Right guys, welcome back to Division 3 race number 9 to Canada, and it's qualifying time, and it seems to be like 3 guys on medium tires and end of the guys are on soft tires. So let's see what kind of time gonna put. So Smalley seems to be first one out on the track. In here Canada, it's very hard to do good lap because of track limits are very tough. But let's see what kind of time Smalley gonna put. He's on the soft tire compound. And he's heading to the final turn and start his lap. And he's heading into turn 1. Nice line to corners. First and 1. And turn 1. Sorry, turn 3. He seems to be very quick. Let's see. Sector 2 goes well, and then it's the final sector, which is almost flat. We are heading into final turn, and he cuts the track nicely, and then it's the shortest road to the finish line, and it's gonna be 1:8.0. That's a good lap. And Pasix goes P2, 1:8.4 on mediums, and also his teammate is 1.9.1 on mediums also. And seconds go Zipax, 1:8.3 on soft tires. Nicomania also in medium, 1:9.5. Agriculon is coming to the final sector, and he goes P7. No, he has invalidated, I guess. Yeah. So let's see who's gonna be next. Lenny is coming to sector 2 on medium tires also, and Brasserback is on soft tires coming final sector. And he gets very good line on that. And he goes P2, 1:8.2. So close there. So Lenny is heading into final turn and opens up and shortest road to the finish line, and he goes P8 on medium tires, but that isn't a very good lap. I think he's gonna put another lap. And yeah, let's stay on par with on his lap. And I got some information about weather of the race, and there is gonna be rain. That's bad news for drivers, but to viewers it's gonna be amazing to watch. And Navarre is going to the final turn, opens up the GRS and brakes about 75 meters, and then nice line and with a bit touch on the champions of the world, and he goes before 18.2. So we are back, and it's 1-2 for Racing Point at the moment, and there's a little bit traffic on the final turn, and it seems like Bombastic started his lap on soft tires. And he gets a little bit oversteer on the exit of the corner. But let's see, he's coming to the sector 2, and he's up by 1/10. And the DRS are open, and he's heading to the final turn. Brakes, nice line through there, and shortest road to the finish line, and he goes P7 right behind his teammate. Let's see, Smalley is final turn. He goes pit. Pasix is also coming pit. Bombastic. Jonah is coming, and he's improving his lap time with a bit, and the arrest is open, and he's heading to the very difficult chicane, which is easily to get invalidate, and he's 1/10 up. This is going to be great lap from Zona, and there's open, and there's sector 3 yellow flags. There's a little bit traffic ahead. Let's see, and Renault gets just away of Zona, and he goes P5 on 8.2. That's good lap. As Mali is trying to get improve his lap time again. and Navarp is starting his lap at the moment, and Catterson is also starting his lap, and Gaming Lenny is improving quite a lot. Let's see what kind of time he gonna put. And he's coming out of final turn and goes P218.1. That's an amazing lap from him. Let's see who's gonna be next. There's a Renault driver, Chris, is coming now. He's going P2. Sorry, P12. Club goes P11. Navarp goes P2187.9. He's the second driver of 1.7. And there's coming Red Bull driver Pasix. He's starting his lap. Let's jump on board him, and he goes well on turn 1 and 2 and gets a good traction out of the turn. Kissing the walls and brakes, and nicely cut the corner, and DRS open, heading to the difficult chicane, and he got invalidation. That is what I am talking about. It's so easy to get invalidation about that corner. So Sipax is also invalidated his lap. Let's see, Catterson, I think he is gonna pit. No, he is going to end of his lap. Let's see, he goes P10, 18.7. Then there's a Racing Point driver starting his lap. It's Rutger 97. And Bombastic goes P217.8. Nice line through that corner, and this seems to be a very quick lap. And let's see if he gonna nail that chicane. Yes, he can. And he's proving about 2/10. About 18.0. The RS is open, and he's heading to the final turn. And Pasix goes P117.7. And Rutger goes P417.8. He got also 2/10 up on the sector 3. And there's a Nicomania coming. Oh, he gonna pit, I think. Yes. Navarp starting his lap. He's heading into turn 1, and He got a little bit wide, but it didn't compromise too much. And right almost gets invalidation, but he keeps still going, and he's trying everything what he has in the hand and nails that chicane. He's heading to the hairpin, and he's little bit up on his time, and he might get some slipstream driver ahead him. I think he is back, and he goes to the wall of champions, but oh, he got amazing lap, 1:7.5. That's amazing lap from him. I couldn't believe that. Even he touched the wall of champions and got almost front wing damage. And Smiley is also proving his time, I guess. Yeah, and there's happened some incident with Pressure Brack. He's retired from the session. Oh, there's almost contact between Smiley and McLaren driver, but he's going up on the last turn, and he goes P2 1:7.7, and yeah, let's see that McLaren driver is Nicomania, but he's going slowly now. And DJ FCF also coming to the final straight, and the chicane, and the Alfa Romeo is a little bit away of him, but it's final turn, and he goes shortest road to the finish line and stays P10. And there's raining a little bit now. It's raining quite a lot. So qualifying is over, and this is a final chance to prove, but it's raining quite a bit, so I think anybody could improve anymore. Yeah. So qualifying was there, and a few guys retired from the session. I don't know what happened today, but so qualifying was here, and so P1 is Navarp in his Williams, P2 Smiley, P6 P3, Bombastic P4, Radgar 97, P5, Brasser Pack P6, Zona P7, Lenny P8, Chris P9, Zipax P10, DJF CF P11, Kyklon P12, Caterson P3, 13, Nicomania P14, Noah P15 with no time. So right guys, that was the club hunt of today. And let's see what's weather is gonna be on the race. It seems to be dry weather, at least at the start of the race. So drivers are choosing their strategies right now, and it's going to be a great race around here, and I think there's gonna be safety car at first lap. I'm pretty sure about that. But let's see if I am right. So we are on now formation lap, and so predicted pit stop strategy is going to be to stop soft, medium, medium, or soft, medium, soft, and Red Bull driver spins, and he got back, but he's definitely got some grass on his tires. So we are heading to the grid now, and bottom 10 is starting on medium tires, and top 10 is starting on soft tires. And everybody is ready and for last 5 lights, and it's lights out and away we go. It's a good start from the Racing Point driver. He's going outside of Navarre, and there's some contact, and Red Bull drivers are going side by side. That's a great start from the Racing Point drivers. Mali on the second row, on the second grid position. And they're heading into difficulties again. And I think they could. Anybody doesn't get any damage on their car. It seems to be very clean start from everybody. and Noah is gaining already 2 positions. He got a great start from last place. Asmali has already created 7/10 cap to Navarp. And Nicomania goes into pits and he's pitted to the hard tires. I think he has got some damage. But he have to pit again. I think his hard tires is not gonna last to the whole race. So Rutger has fallen 8 positions and Noah is the gaining 3 positions already. And nobody doesn't have any penalties yet. And Smalley has already 1.5 second cap to Navarp. He's really pushing now to the limits of his car, and he has used his ERS quite a bit. And Navarp has taken a little bit relaxed and is focusing on his own race. And the Red Bull drivers are in very good position again. They are in 3rd and 4th, and Bombastic is right behind Navarp. Is he gonna pass him on the next lap? He has a pace to overtake Navarp. And also Zona is right behind passing, and there's battle between Lenny and Sipax. And Sipax takes his position back from Lenny, and there's a 3-way battle. No, there's a lot of drivers battling for P7 position. There's quite a lot of pressure to the Chris from Sipax, and it's DRS open and they're heading into final chicane, and Noah tries to overtake Lenny but doesn't really get the move done yet. But he's right behind him and he dives in the and Mercedes driver Catterson got a little bit oversteer at the exit of that turn. Let's go back to the Navarp has closed the gap to 1 second. Asmali got some damage. No, Navarp has really good pace right now, and also the Red Bull drivers and Jonah and Brasopak, and there's it's the great battle between Chris and Sipax, and also Noah is right behind them. And APAC goes side by side with Chris and gets the move done, and Chris goes into pits. Which tires he's gonna put? He goes to mediums. Is he trying to undercut some drivers? Maybe. And it's only 8 tenths between Navarp and Smalley. Smalley is really struggling now, and Navarp is closing the gap on every single lap. Sorry. And Navarp got the TRS open now, but he's a little bit too far away from Smalley. As Smalley got really bad exit of final turn, and also Brezzelback goes into pits, and Jonah. No, it's only a lot of drivers is going to pit now, and they're trying to do undercut to get really good positions. And Caterpillar is right behind Rutger, and he going to think a move, and Rutger gets really bad exit, and he has also wind damage, and they go side by side into difficult chicane, and Rutger have to cut the corner to not crash within Caterpillar. This is good battle between both of drivers. And Noah is right behind Brezzelback. Brezzelback goes into pits. Everybody seems to be going pits right now. And Brezzelback goes 5-second time penalty for speeding into pit lane. And it's Bombastic who is leading now, but he has yet to pit. And Noah is on second place, like 4 seconds behind him. And Smalley is the first one on fresh medium times, and he's 3 seconds on clone. And Jonah has overtaken Navarp on the pit lane, I guess. No, he has undercut Navarp, and that's a really good time. And another Renault driver got penalty for track limits, and also Kuklon gets penalty, and Bombastic goes into pits, and he has fallen to 9th place. And there's 2 Red Bull drivers right behind each other, and there's the 1 yellow flags. It's Renault driver Chris, I guess. What has happened? No, it's getting green flag. So Smalley is right behind Kuklon on fresh medium tires and flies to past him, and Nikomane gets 3-second time penalty for track limits. APAC also gets 3-second time penalty for track limits. Kyclone gets a little bit oversteer on the exit of turn 2. There's sector 3 yellow flags and it's Chris has retired from the session. That wasn't a good race from him. But there's a Kyclone versus Navor and Navor gets past Kyclone and he has passed Jonah also, which was undercut Navor, and Jonah gets side by side with Kyclone on the hairpin and they crashed and they tangled with each other and got swing damage, and there's sector 3 yellow flags now, and that's not gonna be a good thing for Jonah, which is also just pitted for new medium tires, and that's definitely will go to steerboards. But Noah is leading, but he has time penalty for track limits. So that was quite heavy impact to Jonah. He is now on the last position on fresh medium tires. And Smalley is right behind Catterson, and there's a that's Noah has crashed on the exit of the final turn, and it's a Wilders safety car. I think he has crashed to the wall of champions. That's a very bad place to make an incident. What a shame to Noah, which was on the podium on the Italy race. So it's 13 runners still going. And it's race again. Smalley is right behind Catterson. Let's see, is he gonna pass Catterson on the straight, and he goes flying past on him. He's very quick now, and he's chasing down DJ FCF to lead the race. APAC gets 3-second time penalty for track limits. And Pasix has overtaken his teammate Pompastic. So Smalley has got wind damage. That's not gonna be good from him. Sorry. I didn't see what happened to him, but that was costly mistake to him, and Navarp is again on the P3. It's looking good for him. He's the leading driver on new medium tires. And he overtook Catterson to the chicane, and Red Bull driver Pasix is right behind him. Catterson and Annikius side by side, and Catterson let Pasix by, and Pasix is now chasing down Navarp, and he has a lot of ERS to use, but he doesn't use it. And he goes nice line from last chicane, and DJFCF goes to the pit lane, and Navarp is now the leading car of the race, right behind Pasix and Catterson. So DJFCF joins to 8th position, and Asmali is on now fresh soft tires, right behind Jonah. They have both crashed on this race, and Pasix is right behind Navarp, and he's trying to overtake him on this straight. Or is he? And I think Navarp is. No, he has also a lot of ERs to use. And Navarp got 3-second time penalty for track limits, and Pasix has now advantage. He hasn't have to overtake him if he is within 3 seconds of Navarp. Let's see. Penalties. So it's 3 seconds to Navarp and Catterson, and 8 seconds to Brasserback, 3 seconds to G-Bucks, Rutger, Jonah and Kukon, and 6 seconds to Nikomania. And yeah, so let's jump on board with Pasix, and let's see if he gets the move done on Navarp. They have created about 2-second gap to Catterson, who is on P3, and it seems to be like a little bit cloudy now. Maybe we could get some rain to end of the race. Sun is shining anymore, and it's cloudy right now. I think rain is coming out pretty soon, but let's see. This is a good battle between from the lead, and Brasserback is right behind Catterson. Smalley got 3-second penalty for track limits also. Catterson has already driven 16 laps on those medium tires. I think he's waiting the rain now, because I see his right rear wheel is going to take a little bit rubber now, and Brasserback gets the move done on Catterson, and Bombastic is right behind Catterson also. Catterson is really struggling on now on those medium tires, but I think it's gonna be worth if it's gonna rain. So he can put intermediates now then. And bombastic. And he has some wing damage. And he's going to try it, and Steebugs crashed right behind Bombastic and broke his own front wing. Aftari and Red Bull driver comes together and got some damage, but both of them got the move done on Catterson and the Mercedes driver. And now it's the Lenny's turn to overtake Catterson. Catterson is falling really fast down on the grid, and DJ FCF also chasing down the back on fresh medium tires. And Pasix is, and there's raining now. The halo is, it's going rainy now, and it's a matter of time when they're gonna put intermediates to the car, and Pasix is still 6/10 behind Navarp. Is he gonna make the move, or is he still waiting to Navarp mistakes? Pasix is very great driver on this division. He came to me via DM to text that he really enjoys my streams, and I really appreciate that. And it's a lot of raining now, as we've seen on board of Pasix. And DJ FCF got the move down on Catterson. Is Catterson going to the pit? And no, he stays out. He has already tried 20 laps on those medium tires. He has well managed them, and Rutger got a little bit oversteer at the exit of the last turn, but keeps his car on track, and Nico Mani got 3-second time penalty. And this Smiley has overtaken Jonah on the racing point. Driver moves up to P10. And there's a still fight for the lead with Navarp and Pasix. And Brasserback is trying everything to catch up those two front guys. There's quite a battle for 4th place, because Bombastic has a front wing damage, and Also Alpha Tower driver APAC has lot front wing damage, and DJFCF is right behind Lenny. He thinked about the dive bomb onto the chicane, but now he has a chance and Lenny goes to defense. And Jonah and Smiley has overtaken Catterson. And there's sector 1 and 2 yellow flags. And there's a very slippery now. I think it's time for intermediate style. Now let's see is they gonna go to the pit lane, and Navarp is going to pit lane, put intermediates. Brasselback continues on track. I think it's costly mistake for him because it's very slippery now. And yeah, they put intermediates, and Smiley got 5-second time penalty for speeding into pit lane. And Navarp has really good stop. He's almost 2 seconds ahead of Pasix. And Rutger is on hard tires on the track. This isn't going well for Racing Point today. Not at all. And he's really struggling now. Everybody passed him. And now he's right ahead of his teammate. And also Navarp is really struggling on those medium tires. He goes to pit lane now, but I think he's gonna put fall to 5th place. And that's just, yeah, he has the 5-second time penalty that he received on the pit lane. And Rutger also got to the pit lane, but got 5-second time penalty for speed in pit lane. And Pasix has catched Navarp a little bit, and there's a sector 1 yellow flags, and that's Smiley has spun again, and he's completely broken his front wing. And he has crashed to the wall and retired, and it's a virtual safety car. This was horrible race for Smiley. And that's not gonna be good for championship. So there's a still going battle between Pasix and Navarp, and Navarp, 2 Red Bull drivers has tried an amazing race today because they don't have any time penalties, and they are position 2 and 6. They are looking very good for Constructors Championship. And Kyklon gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. And it's only 10 laps to go. drivers are really carefully now track, and there's sector 3 yellow flags, and that's Catterson has spun and he's doing some wheel spin and keeps going, but in the last place. It seemed to be very good race for Catterson, but it has turned down and he has to cut a corner also. But guys, there are two Haas on position 7 and 8. They have also have very good race. Catterson has gone to the pit lane and retired from the session. There's only 11 runner-up on the race anymore. And PASIX has closed the gap to 1 second. And DJFCF is already 9 seconds behind them. And Rutger got 3 second time penalty for corner cutting. But there hasn't been any safety cars, only virtual safety cars. So it has been a very positive race for everybody, apart from some mistakes. And Navarp has created some gap to PASIX, almost 1.5 seconds, and DJFC has catched about 1 second on this lap. PASIX and Navarp is really pushing now his car. He can already see them, and there's sector 3 yellow flags, and that's another racing point. It's Rutger has spun it, and no, it's only safe yellow flags, no safety car or virtual safety car. Yeah, that was very bad race for Racing Point drivers. Both of them have retired from the session, and it's also 6 tenths between PASIX and Navarp. Has Navarp made some mistake? And DJFC has gained already half a second. And APAC is also doing quite a decent race. And C-Box is 2 seconds behind him. Then it's Bombastic. And Lenny is right behind Bombastic. There's gonna be also really good battle. And Zona is 40 seconds behind them. And then it's Nikomani, and Kykron is driving on his own. there's two quite hot battles between Novop and Basics and Bombastic and Lenny. So let's see how this goes between Novop and Basics. And DJFCF is now only 7 seconds behind them. He's really gaining them by lap on the lap, and it's 5 laps to go to the end, and Lenny has and Bombastic has gone to the pits. He has broken one front wing. There's happened some mistake, and Bombastic's fall to 8th position, but it's still a very good race for Red Bull drivers, and Bombastic is just showing ahead of Nicomania on the McLaren. And CPAC gets 3-second time penalty for track limits, and there's quite a bit penalties going on. And let's see, there's 11 seconds to Navarre, and this is not gonna be good for him. Basics and DJFCF and maybe Brasserback is going to overtake him. No, Brasserback here has 6 seconds time penalty, so I guess DJFCF and Basics going to overtake Navarre. And it's 9 seconds to CPAC and then 3 seconds to Lenny, Jonah and Bombastic, and it's 9 seconds to Nicomania and 6 seconds to Kuklon. And Navarre lets Basics by now and tries to match his pace to the Basics to get some very good points. Even he has the 11 seconds time penalty, and DJFCF is only 4.2 seconds behind these guys. And it's 4 laps to the end. It has been a very good race to watch within all these battles, and it's very clean race. They respect each other and don't crash, and that's a really good sign. And Navarre has fallen to 2 seconds behind Basics, and DJFCF is catching, and Basics is only driver who hasn't got any penalty for track limits. He has driven a normal race today, and also DJFCF has driven a very good race. Is he gonna get past on Navarre on those final laps? I think he is gonna be really close to Navarre. And it's going to look very good for Basics on the championship. Yeah, it was very unlucky race for Racing Point drivers. They got very good chance to get good points, but it wasn't really Racing Point's day today. Lenny got 3-second time penalty for track limits. This weather is really testing the skills of the drivers and erasing the men from boys. And APAC is only 9/10 behind APAC. He is gonna push really hard to get past and get to 4th place. And also DJFCF is only 9/10 behind Navarre, and it's going to be final lap and one try to overtake him. This is gonna be very close on track. And Zipax is really close but doesn't really get the move done to the first turn, but he has still a chance to overtake him. And Pasix has already created 3-second gap to Navarre. He's going to win this race. Quite a big gap to other drivers, and Jonah gets 3-second time penalty. And it's only 5/10 between these drivers. Is he gonna make the move, or I think he's a little bit far away to make a move. But Pasix is coming to final turn on the race and going to win Division 3 Canadian race. And it's a P2 for GJFCF, another P3, another P4, and they almost go side by side as Zipax P5, Lenny P6, and Jonah is going to final chicane and is coming to P7. Bombastic coming final turn. He's going to be in P8. Nice line into the and crashes. And P9 for Nicomania. And then it's the Cyclone. Now, and it was very good race for Red Bull drivers today, and it's a driver of the day, DJFCF, and he really has proven that he could be driver of the day. and it's a win for PASIX and DTF P2, another P3. So it's P1 for PASIX. For Red Bull Racing started from P3, and it's P2 from DTFCF and P3 for Novorp, and P4 Brasser back, C-Box P5, Lenny P6, Jonah P7, Bombastic P8, Picomania P9, Kyklon P10, Rutger P11, Catterson P12, Smalley P13, Noah P14, Chris P15. So that was the race in Canada, and next time we are in Japan for Suzuka, and it's going to be very eventual race. Yeah, it was nice to watch for your race, and hopefully we gonna get another good race on the next week in Japan. It's goodbye from me now, and let's see again on the next week.